All right, what's going on, everyone? On this fifth episode of Podcast Accelerate Your Life. All right, so doing a bit special on this one today. Also doing it on recording it for my YouTube channel as well. So as you know, I also started a YouTube channel in affiliate marketing recently. So I was just trying something today, just to record it on YouTube as well, see how it goes, and see if it's worth keeping. So I'm recording. I'm currently using Screencast-O-Matic as well, and at the same time I'm simultaneously recording on Anchor as well. So on this podcast, really what I wanted to talk about was getting an audience, right? So if you're in affiliate marketing, network marketing, and so on, how do you actually get that audience? What do you do with it? Ways to actually create, interaction, generate leads, and so on for your business. So that's really something I wanted to really talk about on this podcast, because I just go back essentially from I was just watching that yesterday on one of my mentors' lesson. He was talking about making it a stadium. So create a stadium for your audience. All right. So if you talk, if you start from scratch, okay. So let's say on Facebook, you're on your main profile, so obviously that's there for the world. There's obviously an algorithm to, the more you engage with people and so on, the more you comments, the more you comment, the more you put emojis and so on, you trigger that algorithm, and then they might show your posts a bit more. Also by keeping posts, people inside Facebook. So obviously if you put links to external websites and stuff like that, then that usually change the algorithm, and in that way, they're not pushing your posts as much as if you would utilize the groups, the fan pages, and that's where I'm getting with that. So really, so when you start, obviously you'll be in your profile, and then as soon as possible you want to build your Facebook. Let's say I'm going to focus on Facebook for this one. You want to build your Facebook fan page, and then with that way you can actually use words. So you might get found in searches, right? When people are looking for certain thing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, that sort of things. You might actually pop up in the search bar, right? So that's something you can do. All right, and then eventually you want to get people to your groups, right? So you create a group, and then where you can tailor it. So really what I want to get to is, out large, you're let's say on your profile, so let's say you could have up to 5,000 people on your profile, friends, right? And then so by doing friend requests and so on, but then you're really you're just a little thing in that world, right? So you're throwing, let's say, a post out there to promote something, or you talk positively about something and create engagement for that day. But then you're just throwing it out there, right? So you don't know if everyone, you're trying to get contacts that are actually have the same interest in you, but you might not actually get interaction with those people to that scale, right? So the more, so now if you invite people to your fan page, or you get people to their fan page, or even better, when you create a group and then you really niche it down to the actual audience. Let's say you're doing, you're in the niche or make money online, all right? So through social media and so on, affiliate marketing, going again on that. So you really target a group of people that you can actually talk to, and you could go into a bit more specific, and then that's really where you could really offer a bit more that opposing to on your profile, going about your business ways to make your promotion better and so on, or then when you have a specific promotion, then you want to approach that into your group, so more specific people that have actually your profile would be there, let's say to the invite, right? Where to your group you get that the people that are actually interested in what you're doing and what you're offering, right? So this is where so this is where the concept of stadium, so that group would be your mini stadium of like people you can actually but then again, you don't want to just send offers to them, but on like let's say 80 to 20 ratio, so 80% value content, and then 20% you might actually offer stuff to them. And then remember, again, I guess we can't be afraid to sell, right, on that group. But then again, that's different, the group and the actual profile. So that's really the difference between the two, and that's really where you want to build your audience, right? So focusing a bit more general in your profile, inviting people to like your page, to like your group, talking about something specific, obviously, right? I'm saying so if you're into affiliate marketing and then you've discovered a new program, example, so just showcase a little bit what that is in your profile, your posts. To know more, join the Facebook group where you're gonna get tutorials on many on that program, and then eventually learn more and then sign up with that, right? So you want to get that app into the group, right? So you want to create kind of create interest in your profile to then in your group actually not necessarily just go straight into offering and selling, but like discuss a bit more, because that's the people that actually that's the people that care about your content, right, that you just displayed, right? So the ones that are not interested, they're not going to go, and that's totally fine, because they're not all don't have the same interests and same needs and so on to keep going in your business. So yeah, so that's really what I wanted to focus on. So really build your audience, use and then let's say YouTube channel can also be your stadium, right? Because you're the ones that are actually liking your channel, right? So these are the people that actually watch your videos, interacted with it, they like it, they look at if they subscribed and so on, they hit the bell icon, then they want to see more of your videos and so on, so they actually consume that product, right? And this is where you can actually talk to these people, right, and really put that in front of them, as opposed to so the ones that are not interested, they'll just flick on to the next video and so on. So audience could be, let's say, your YouTube, again, it could be your Facebook groups, are really targeted. That's why it's really important, right? And Facebook really pays for if you're promoting within. So if there's nothing wrong if you go on your profile and say blah blah blah, here's that new promotion, it does this. If you'd like to know more, join the group, provide training and so on, above what's actually included in the course or whatever, then they follow, they go in the group. You're not forcing anyone, and then that way they're more open to your offers, right? And again, that's the same way for YouTube. You can have your description, call to action if you'd like to subscribe to this or like to register for this program. Follow the link below, and then maybe offer some bonuses on that. And then you open the field for your stadium. But that's really where stadium, you're there, you're in control. You can send your message, and that's really something you want to be able to create before you actually start selling and sending your links all over the place, right? Creating that stadium atmosphere, that audience, that is, again, if I sum it up on, let's say, Facebook group or page, that could be on the YouTube or even on your email list. So if you're fortunate enough to have an email list, I'm trying to build mine as well. We'll see what comes up in the next few months, obviously. There's ways also you can pay to get a bit more traffic. So that's all ways that you want to approach to build that stadium, and that's going to help you down the road with your business. So focus on that stadium, on that audience, and that's going to become way easier for you promoting your offers and so on. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I want to keep it short, almost getting to 10 minutes. So we'll see you in the next podcast next week. Again, don't hesitate to comment, visit my pages, profile, and then get in touch, and then we'll see you on the next podcast. Thanks.